Most people think Kylian Mbappé's power comes only from his speed, the way he explodes past defenders like lightning. But what if I told you that the real secret behind his unstoppable energy is not just his training, not just his talent, but something far more surprising. It's on his plate. Yes, behind every sprint, every breathtaking goal, and every night where he leaves the world stunned, there's a hidden discipline that almost nobody talks about: Mbappé's secret diet. While millions of young players dream about running like him, very few know that his fuel, his recovery, and even his mental focus are shaped by what he eats. Think about it, football isn't just about talent anymore. At the highest level, it's about science, precision, and control. Every detail counts. Every calorie matters. And Mbappé, at just 25, already understands something that many older legends only discovered late in their careers. Stay with me till the end, because what I'm about to reveal about his food choices, his eating rules, and his mindset towards nutrition might completely change the way you look at him, and it might even change the way you look at your own meals. This isn't just a story about football. It's a story about how one man turned discipline into destiny, and how the smallest choices, breakfast, lunch, dinner, built the foundation for one of the greatest athletes of our time. Kylian Mbappé's story begins in Bondy, a small suburb in Paris. He was born into a family where football ran through the blood. His father, Wilfried, was a coach. His mother, Faiza, was a former professional handball player. From the very beginning, Mbappé's life was shaped by discipline, sports, and a dream bigger than his small town. As a child, Kylian was obsessed with football. While most kids would sleep, he would stay up late watching videos of Cristiano Ronaldo, studying his every move, imagining himself one day wearing the same number 7 shirt. But while his love for the game was obvious, his body was still young, still fragile, still in need of the fuel that could match his ambition. His parents understood something important. Talent alone would not be enough. To compete with the best in the world, their son would need discipline far beyond his years. They kept him away from junk food, taught him balance, and made sure his meals were designed for an athlete, even before he became one. While other kids in his neighborhood were eating fast food, Kylian was learning how nutrition could be his superpower. At the famous Clairefontaine Academy, coaches quickly saw that he was different. Not just faster, not just smarter, but hungrier, and not just metaphorically. Unlike many teenagers who relied on unhealthy snacks, Mbappé understood that every bite of food mattered for his recovery and growth. He was preparing his body for greatness long before the world even knew his name. By the time he made his debut for Monaco at just 16, he wasn't just a boy with talent. He was already a machine in the making. His diet, his discipline, and his dedication gave him the stamina to face men much older, much stronger. And that was only the beginning. Mbappé's rise to fame wasn't just quick, it was explosive. At 18, the world first saw what kind of storm he could be. During Monaco's incredible run in the Champions League, he was fearless, running past world-class defenders, scoring goals that made headlines, and announcing to the world, a new star was here. When Paris Saint-Germain signed him for a record-breaking fee, people questioned whether someone so young could handle the pressure. But Mbappé wasn't worried. He had already built the foundation. While the spotlight was new, his preparation was not. He trained harder, ate smarter, and lived with a level of discipline beyond his age. Then came the 2018 World Cup. At just 19, Mbappé wasn't just another player on the French team. He was their secret weapon. His pace, his confidence, his explosive energy. It felt like watching history unfold. Against Argentina, he tore through the defense like a rocket. In the final against Croatia, he scored and became only the second teenager after Pelé to score in a World Cup final. But here's the thing most people don't realize. While the world praised his speed, Mbappé knew it wasn't just his legs that carried him to glory. It was his recovery, his diet, his ability to step onto the pitch fresh, sharp, and ready, while others were still tired. His discipline gave him the edge. By the time he lifted that World Cup trophy, Mbappé wasn't just a star. He was a symbol of the future. A future where players weren't just athletes, but complete machines built on science, precision, and control. And behind the scenes, his diet remained his quiet weapon. the thing nobody saw but everyone felt. But greatness never comes without struggles. Then came the 2022 World Cup tie. France reached the final, and Mbappé delivered one of the greatest performances in World Cup history, scoring a hat-trick against Argentina. But even after that, the pain of losing on penalties was crushing. The world praised Messi, and Mbappé's brilliance almost felt overshadowed. Imagine the mental strain, scoring 3 goals in a World Cup final, yet still walking away empty-handed. And then there were the controversies. Rumors about his relationship with PSG, conflicts about contracts, and criticism about his influence in the club. People began to question, was the pressure getting to him? Could he handle the weight of being the biggest star of the next generation? This is where diet and discipline once again became his weapon, because he knew while the world could try to break him mentally, his body had to remain unbreakable. And it was in these struggles that his secret became more clear than ever. So what is Mbappé's secret diet? What makes him different from others? It's not about fancy meals or expensive chefs, it's about discipline and balance. His diet is built on lean proteins like chicken and fish, complex carbs like pasta and rice for energy, plenty of vegetables for recovery, and hydration as a non-negotiable rule. No sodas, no heavy junk food, no late-night fast food runs. What makes it powerful is consistency. Mbappé doesn't treat nutrition as a side note, he treats it as the foundation of his career. While many players relax after games with unhealthy food, he chooses recovery meals designed to prepare his body for the next battle. His breakfast is clean, his snacks are measured, and his dinners are balanced. And here's the real secret. He eats not just for strength, but for speed. His meals are tailored to keep him light, explosive, and quick, because he knows that his greatest weapon is not power, but acceleration. Every bite is fuel for those few seconds when he outruns the defender and changes the game. But beyond the food, there's a lesson. Mbappé's diet is not just about football, it's about life. It shows us that success isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the small, invisible choices that nobody sees. Every meal, every detail, every decision adds up. And over time, those choices separate the good from the great, the talented from the unstoppable. That is the real secret of Mbappé's diet. Not just what he eats, but how he lives. Behind the goals, behind the trophies, and behind the headlines lies a simple truth. His body is his temple, and his diet is the fuel that keeps him unstoppable. So the next time you watch him explode down the wing, remember, it's not just natural talent. It's a result of discipline, sacrifice, and a mindset that refuses shortcuts.